Manuel Navarro. I am 67 years old. I've been self-employed for about 30, 40 years now. Well, Jazzeray Tristan is my granddaughter. Oh, well, that was when I first, we were doing some live fire exercise. I was stationed in Korea, and we were doing a live fire exercise, and we were shooting with live ammunition, and then there were tanks and everything, and there were two tanks, one on each side of me, and they both fired at the same time, and I felt a lot of pressure in my ears, and 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 then I noticed, that I couldn't hear too good, but I never thought nothing about it. I said, oh, it'll clear up. So, and that was like in 1965.
Okay, so that was.
And then, well, I came out after that, and I just thought it was a nothing. Well, I was in the service, and right after I came out, I was going to re-enlist, but I took all my tests all over again, physical and everything, and that's when I noticed that my hearing wasn't the same, because they told me that I was supposed to push a buzzer on the handheld gadget thing. They told me to quit playing around inside the cubicle, because to press it when I would hear the buzzers, but I couldn't hear nothing. So I thought when I came out, then they said that they noticed that I had been in the service before, so they said, oh, okay, oh, you've got prior service, so that explains why you can't hear too good. So that was it, back in 1966. Oh, it's a bilateral hearing loss in both ears. And after that, they told me I had tendon ringing in my ears. And that's, what I've got. I always have it ringing in my ears, and it bothersome, because sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, go to the bathroom or something like that, and it's hard for me to go back to sleep, because I keep hearing all this hissing and ringing in my ears, and it's hard for me to go. Sometimes it takes hours to go back to sleep. Sometimes I get frustrated because I can't hear a normal conversation and stuff like that. I hate it when I go to the restaurants and stuff like that, because sometimes I order something and they tell me if I want this or that with it or whatever, and I just keep telling them, no, I just want this and that, and that's it, nothing else, because I can't understand what they're asking me sometimes. I ordered number 8 and just couldn't understand what she was asking me. My wife gets mad at me because sometimes she's in our bedroom and I'm in the living room or something, and she hollers at me one thing or another, and then she gets mad because I can't hear her sometimes. Or running down a little stream or something like that, but before I couldn't hear none of that. Or birds. People would ask me, oh, did you hear that? Hear what? Hear what? I can't, And sometimes, when I do wear them, I can hear it, But I can also, if I wear them to a restaurant or something like that, it even makes it worse. Too much noise, and I still can't make out the words. And then when they look at you, sometimes, they have a tendency to holler at you, oh, can you hear me? But, I can hear them. The thing is, just don't turn your back on me or something like that, because then I can't make out the, words, But, I can hear, but some words I just, mistake them for some other words. I do have to, kind of look at their face so I can read their lips. And sometimes I tell them, it's not that I want to, I'm not staring at you, it's just I'm trying to read your lips, but, that's why. If they turn their back on me, oh, forget it, like when I go to the bank or something like that, I'm talking to the cashier there, and if she turns her back or something like that, forget it. But when I go to the doctors for appointments, I got to look at your face, because if not, I won't be able to understand you. And sometimes they forget and they turn their back, and I have to repeat, what was that? I didn't hear, But to cut a certain thing one size, and I would cut it wrong, because I couldn't hear it. So after that, after a while, I just quit, and I just started working on my own. That way, I know what I'm gonna do. And
so you don't have to.
It works out better for me, because I've been self-employed for a lot of years now.
Oh.
When I talk to people, I have to kind of like look them in the face, and so I can read their lips, because I still can't make out all the words they tell me, but sometimes
Well,
it's really hard sometimes, because I've gotten a lot of close calls, almost got hit by an ambulance at one time, and then one time when I was with my wife, we were crossing some railroad tracks, and she told me, that the train was coming, and I couldn't hear it. And it's a big old train, and I couldn't hear it. So it's kind of frustrating and kind of dangerous, too. One time I went to the lumberyard with my hearing aids on, and one of the yard workers asked me, oh, what's that? Oh, I'm undercover, so don't tell nobody.